Well, welcome to the ranch today. So I kind of been late. I've been trying to get y'all a video of the colt again. So today I've got Luke behind the camera. We're gonna go outside for the first time on this colt. So that's the plan. So normally I usually get me a babysitter to go with me, and Luke's gonna be my babysitter to go with me on my first trip out. So I've got about 15, 16 saddlings on him, and he's riding around pretty nice now. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to saddle him up and put him on a walker. It's been really cold here for the last 4 or 5 days, so I haven't got to ride him. So I'm gonna saddle him up, put him on a walker, knock the fresh off of him. The plan is to go out to the alfalfa field. I usually take my 2-year-olds out to the alfalfa field, a couple of reasons, but one of the main reasons is just kind of it's a safe spot to go, and then we're not, we're not like jumping over ditches and stuff like that. Now we will have to go over sprinkler tracks, and then we will pick up deer antlers too. That's important to try to pick those up now. So it's a good job for us to keep us busy. He's still kind of setting back a little bit when I saddle him, but we'll see what he does today. It's good. All right, let's get him on the walker and knock a little fresh off of him. Doesn't seem to be too bad. That boy. About blowing up and bucking. All right, so we need to, when you're watching this video, you need to be thinking of a name for him. We're going to have a contest. So a couple things that maybe need to be in the name. Of course, he's out of Ruby 2, the clone of Playboy's Ruby. He's out of CD Reloaded, which is the clone to Sister CD. And then he was born on Easter, almost 2 years ago, on the Mendota Ranch. So I'd be thinking, some kind of name with maybe Ruby, Playboy, Sister CD, CD Reloaded, Mendota. Oh, and then we're going to give one of my Mendota challenge coins away. See there? It's got Mendota Max on that side, and then it's got the Mendota Ranch with the brand on the other side. All right. All right, Luke, you can have this. I'll give that one to you, Luke, since you don't have one. There you go, ready? That's how you give it. There we go. Like I said, this colt, I've got 15, 16 days riding on him. So all just short rides, nothing long, nothing hard, but just nice and easy rides. So what we're gonna do today, so here's the plan today. We're gonna ride, I'm gonna kind of knock the fresh off of him in here. And then since I've got Luke with me, babysitting me, we will go outside and trot him around outside. The reason the babysitter is good is because if I get in a jam or something, not that I don't think he's going to buck, but man, he can, when he makes a move, it's a hard move. And for some reason I were to come off, I don't want him to run through a fence or something, you know, I don't want to get the horse injured. So a babysitter on the first trip just to kind of figure out where we're at is all we need. So let me get him just kind of rolled around here a little bit. So eventually, normally what I normally do is get him in a backward circle, but of course we're not that far. Oh, okay, on the naming contest. On the naming contest, let's go. If you go to the comments, put your name in there, and then come the end of March, so March 31st, 2023. That's the end of it. After that, we'll pick a winner or winners. A lot of times we get winners. Last time we did it, we had a bunch of winners. And then we'll contact you and have you, send me a address or something so that I can send you one of my challenge coins. He's feeling pretty good. He's a gentle little thing. I like him. He hadn't been bad to buck or anything, but boy, when he boogers, look out. That son buck can make a freaking move, which is a good thing. I like a big move. So a lot of times I just ride him around in here and do some figure eights. I want to ride him around in here for a little bit. I want to get most of the fresh out of him before we go outside. So normally when I ride these colts, when I first start them, I've got a cotton reins. But before I go outside with him, I always want split reins in case for some reason I get off or he falls down with me. There's all kinds of things. I want to have a rein in my hand so he doesn't get away from me. One time I was riding a colt. I was by myself and I was out there, and I had some spurs on, and these spurs had a little, your shaft guard, it had like a little roll on that shaft guard, and it had a roll down. Well, the horse fell down, and I was coming off when the shaft roll stuck right there under my saddle. And so when he got back up, my spur was up against the blanket, and it had my spur locked in my saddle. That little shaft roll had me locked in there. And so it dragged me a little bit, not far, but I was just kind of hanging my leg was over the saddle. But yeah, so I got rid of those spurs. I hung them up. But so what I want, eventually what I got to have is I got to have it where he'll stop, back up over his rolls, roll up over his hocks, and reach and grab with that back leg, and then bend and come around. So what you're going to see me doing a lot today is if I get the opportunity, then I'll stop him, but I use my legs. I keep him between my legs, and then I keep the rib cage bent out. So I bend the rib cage out to try to make him look this way. There you go, like that right there. And eventually the ideal is we want him to come right back through the same tracks. We're not anywhere, we're only 15, 16 days into this deal. So as long as we kind of get him around there eventually today, that's all we're looking for. All right, we rode around here for about 5 or 10 minutes. I think we're good. Let me tighten my saddle up, and then I'll get the gate. We'll hit the wide open country. Anytime you start teaching a horse how to open the gate, always start at the hinges. Now walk up. Come on, bub. Give me a little push. There you go. Good job. There we go. All right, you're going to get a lot more of that. Well, if I get another dog under your belly, we'll be just right. So with having a babysitter here, what makes a big difference is Luke can, this horse is want to go to that horse, and if you don't have one, and say you get bucked off or whatever else, that colt usually scares really bad, and hell, he might end up hitting a fence or worse, really killing himself. So it's not really for my safety, it's for the horse's safety in case we have a problem. But what I do want to do, one thing, I always ride my 2-year-olds out here. I like to go pick antlers up, because we got to pick antlers up anyway so they don't get in a tractor tire. But more importantly, I was telling you how on a cutting horse we need him to stop and kind of reach back to that back leg and pull back through that turn. And one thing that'll help me do that, one little trick I always do, is they usually don't like crossing these sprinkler tracks. So when we get to a sprinkler track they don't like to cross, it makes them draw naturally, and it gives me an opportunity to really work with them. And it's I don't know, it's kind of a fun thing to do. He doesn't like that water. He's like, what the heck, Emerald Pond, kind of stinky. The other day he saw that caboose. I was in the pens there and he saw that caboose and he did freaking do a 180. I find one of these sprinkler tracks is pretty deep here in a minute, and we'll give him a little workout. Well, it's a nice day, nice and warm. That sprinkler track on the other side looks pretty good, don't it? Let's try that one. Getting that new alfalfa. Oh yeah, now we're gonna see something. Damn, that's pretty good. That's first. I figured it'd take a little more to get through that. Alright. This new alfalfa looks good. Most colts you get out here, first time they see that sprinkler track, they'll draw back, and that's what I was hoping he would do, because I want him to draw back so I can get that breaking over those hocks a little better. Oh, antler. First antler, little feller. I'll let you hold it. Let me get back on my horse. This field here I planted with the helicopter. It looked good, don't it? It looks real good. I just wish he's just fighting me right there going back to the right. Left, he's pretty good. Better, not pretty good, but better. There we go. There we go, right there. That's all right. All right. Here we go. First time throwing something off of him. There we go. Got your horse to crawl.
You're riding a gentler horse.
Yeah, I'm riding a gentler horse for sure. He laid down on his belly. He looked good. That looked good. All right, let's go trot around a little more and call it a day. He just, see how when he goes back to the right here, he just kind of throws that head up. If I can just get him to relax a little bit here. See how that head he's wanting to fight me there? I just need to, yeah, and he just needs to relax a little bit. There you go. I think they're always better one way than the other, but like to the right here, to the left, he's wanting to be pretty good there. Not there. Come on. A lot of time, what I'm after is, a lot of times these colts these sprinkler tracks scare the hell out of them, and they'll just draw back, and that's what I was kind of hoping we would get. And then that gets us started for the mechanical cow. I'll try it again. I'll try a little deeper hole over here. So if I can just kind of turn his face into it and get that stop. We got a little bit there. That kind of was it, wasn't it? That was kind of, I mean, we almost kind of had a little pull through. We're getting there. Old Dale Brisby's gonna be making fun of me for grabbing the candle, getting on and off. I think when you're the ranch owner or ranch manager, you're allowed to grab the candle, the back handle. I think that's a Dale Brisby rule. Otherwise, if you're a super puncher, no, you can't do it. I'm gonna drop this one off at the pivot. All right, here we're going over his head this time. You ready? Dang. Oh, wind's kind of windy that way. Which way you want to go now? I'm thinking about kind of working back towards the house here. We're having a pretty good day.
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of quit on a good day here, huh? Yeah. So let's kind of just head back towards that gate. Man, look at the gopher. This field is smoked. There we go. There we go. Getting a little rowdy there, aren't we? Hey, that's what I was looking for a little bit. It's got to be a deep enough hole, I guess. There's a gopher den, right? I mean, there's a coyote den right here. Look down in that sprinkler track. That's a hell of a spot for a coyote den, ain't it? Hell, I think I'm getting along better than you are. That's not bad for 16 saddlings. Maybe I'll try. Let me try. Oop, damn, you scared me. Maybe let me try Emerald Pond over here. There we go. Now we're looking at something. There we go. That's what I'm after, is that right there. So the main reason I'm looking for that is because when I put him on the mechanical cow, I want him to draw back. And if I can do this, it's pretty light because it's his ideal. Because all I'm doing is turning him into the water. Well, then he wants to go to you. And then letting him do the rest. See, that's all him. I'm just asking him to go that way. There you go. There we go. One more time. There we go. That was nice. Good. So that's all I'm wanting is I just need a little bit of help to get him to draw back. You know, draw and come through that turn, because that's what we got to do on the cow eventually. So, oh, I know where to come now. Come to Emerald Pond. Pretty good boy. Well, I think we'll wrap it up here. We're back here at the house. Okay, so name the horse. The horse's name, it will be his we need two names. Registered name for the American DNA registry, and then we need a barn name too. So it'd be nice if it's kind of similar. I don't want to call him, you know, Joe Bob something other and then have him as Fred. So, so registered name, and then we can use a barn name with him. So that's the competition. Drop it in the comment. Whoever we pick, we will send the challenge coin to. And yeah, cool. All right, so we're gonna keep tracking him along. Like I say, we're at 16 saddlings now. So next saddling, we should be at probably 30 saddlings and probably be working a cow or the mechanical cow, starting him on the cow, mechanical cow. So that's the deal. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.